What is going on, YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going over a video of how to deadlift. This is going to be more of an instructional video on how to perform the exercise deadlifting properly and kind of what I do for my routine on getting set up with this properly. Alright, starting with step number one is get in the zone and block things out. So what I mean by this is get in the zone, you kind of just turn on some music that really gets you like going up, or you say pumped up, hyped up, however you want to approach this, and just think about what you're about to do. So block out things is like block out the life, any issues you got going on, anything like that, just block it out for the time that you're working out, the hour and a half that you have in the gym to better yourself. Because that's what we're there to do in the gym, is to better ourselves and not compare each other with what we're trying to do compared to somebody else. So that is step number one, is get in the zone, block things out, and just set a routine, is what you kind of want to call it, a routine of what you would do before a big compound movement lift like deadlifts here that we have. All right, step number two, we have putting the belt on. So this is also part of my routine as well. We put the belt on, kind of take our shoes off, which is leading to step number two, taking our shoes off. If you want to deadlift with shoes, that is totally optional. That is, up to you. I don't deadlift in my shoes just for the simple fact that I do have my feet move just a little bit, and it will kind of throw me off balance. Not a whole lot, but it does move enough to where if I'm accidentally leaning forward, then my heels kind of raise up from the ground if I'm, not feeling too good that day or something like that. So I just always set the standard no matter where I'm at and just deadlift without some shoes on, just to help me stay grounded to the floor. And then with the step number two is getting our shoulders lined up to the bar. So we want to be shoulder width apart. I like to stand just a little bit more narrow. So as you can tell with my feet right here, this is the inside of the bar, and my feet are literally lined up right next to the slick parts of the barbell. And if you know what a barbell looks like, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. So I put my shins up to the bar on that slick part, and then make sure that the outside of my leg matches the outside of the slick part. And then as far as the setting up the straps, that is what I do as well. The straps are just outside my legs barely. They're not out super wide, so I don't have them all the way out here. I know this is kind of a weird angle to show you at it, but it's not almost out to the entire barbell like I'm doing a strongman deadlift, we'll say, where they have their hands super far out to help get the load off and get up a little bit easier. So that is step number two, is lining our shins up with the bar about shoulder width apart. Then we go to step number three, which is just bending over and getting set and setting up the straps. So like I just said, you want to be barely shoulder width apart from your straps. If you're using those, I prefer straps, and because I am not a strong man trying to increase my grip strength, it's not bad to have good grip. It's really not. That's your own preference, but I'm a bodybuilder, so therefore I'm just trying to work on muscle growth and take out any other opportunities of fatiguing my body parts. So straps kind of help with that grip as well and kind of take the load off on the grip. Step number four that you'll see here shortly is that you want to roll your shoulders back and engage your lats. Now this is very important, because if you don't engage your lat, then you will look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame before you get started. So as you can tell right there, is I rolled my lats back, which helps bring my chest up. So it helps bring my chest up and makes my back straight. This is a terrible line, but you kind of get the point. Anyways, it makes my back straight, brings my chest up, and that's kind of leading up to, a later on step right before you take off, we'll say. So we want to roll our shoulders back. That'll bring our chest up to help engage our lats, because this is we're primarily working our back. You will get a little bit of leg as a secondary workout, get a little bit of leg involvement there, and that's not a big deal. Like you know, big whoop-de-doo if you increase your leg size while deadlifting. Boo-hoo. It's not going to be the end of the world. So, anyways, we raise our chest up, have our back straight right there. That was a good line. And right before takeoff, we take a couple of deep breaths. And whenever I'm kind of, we'll say, kind of thrusting right here, because this is my routine, kind of doing the little thrust like I'm getting ready to do the movement. I do that because that is my routine. It's like right before takeoff. You know, I'm imagining myself, imagining myself, I should say, picking up the weight that I have on the barbell. And I think that's key in any lift, is just imagining yourself picking up that weight before you actually pick up that weight. Because this is, I don't know what we have here as far as the load, but I'm doing 8, I think. Here's the rep scheme I'm supposed to be doing. But I'm just imagining myself doing this 8 times and doing it easy. So that's kind of how I picture myself doing it in there. So I'm kind of in the zone while I'm doing the 5 little like hip thrusts, and also kind of loosening up my hips and my knees a little bit. That's just my routine, is what I do. That's what I was talking about on step number 1. Get a routine that works for you on doing that. So here we are about to pick up, and we stand up with the weight. So as you notice, I am standing up with it, but I do a slight lean back right here. So we don't really want to do that. It's not a super lean back. The reason I say that is because we don't want to hyperextend our lower back. Our lower back's taking most of the load right here. So if at all possible, you just kind of want to stand up straight. And what it will feel like with the weight is you'll be leaned back. My shoulders are still rolled back, so it kind of looks like I'm leaning way back. I'm not leaning that far back. It's just enough to kind of like look like I'm hyperextending it, which is still a little bit too much. And I'm a huge advocate on form, so you've got to have good form on this, and also, you know, got to practice what I'm preaching. So this isn't the greatest one, but I'm also showing you in real time with what I'm actually doing in weight. So if all possible, we want to have kind of like a straight line from up right there. That's, again, a terrible line, but, you know, just kind of a straight line right there. So that is the movement and how to start and lift the dead. So we're going to go through here. See, bend the knees, bring up. And as far as the knees, notice how I'm trying to get down as low as possible and then bring my chest up, because that is very important. You don't want to lift with your legs straight. That just puts more load on that lower back right there. And we don't want that. We don't want that load on our lower back. We're trying to use our entire back with probably, you know, a little bit of leg involvement as well. Boom. Yep. Couple more. And each time, notice how I'm not bouncing. So I'm stopping, I'm resetting, extending my legs, kind of making them straight to get a quick breather, and then I'm going back down and just immediately lifting up. I'm not even thinking about taking a couple of seconds of, well, let me just take a couple seconds. I'm just instantly taking my deep breath whenever I extend my legs, bring that down, and then go for it again. Boom. So that was the top set for the deadlift portion, which is the heavier load. This is a little bit lighter, so I might be able to, you know, instruct you on how it would actually look. So we got a different angle here on how it looks. So I've got a little bit of lighter weight here, probably about, I think, 80-pound difference between the top set and back off set, and I will discuss that in a later video. So once again here, I'm getting into my routine, getting my strap set up. My feet are shoulder width apart, and we're, you know, just putting the straps on the outside of my legs to get everything going. And we're just going to get in there and go ahead and do a couple hip thrusts that we got going on here. Bending the legs, bend the knees, lift up, chest up, back, boom. Notice right there, watch the lower back right here. Chest up, boom. I'm not doing a super extension like I was previously. Boom. Notice how I'm stopping at the bottom and just kind of resetting, because that's what we want. We don't want to sit there and bounce. I see a lot of people just bouncing down, boom, 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 boom. And that's good and all, but you're just really using momentum and not really getting a back workout to help, kind of help your physique, we'll say, improve your physique. So if you just take a split second to stop, take a quick breath, extend your legs, don't keep your hands on the bar, don't release and try to readjust unless you're doing, I don't know why you would actually do that, honestly. Whenever you're doing reps, you don't do one rep, take a break, and then do another rep, and then take a break. So just keep your hands on the bar, extend your legs a little bit, get that breather, few deep breaths, and then go right back into it just like this. There you go, yeah. Got a couple more. Boom. Boom. And then should be the last one here shortly. Boom. And that's how you perform a deadlift properly. So let's go back over the steps real quick. 1, we want to get in the zone and block things out. 2, we want to stand with our feet in the middle of the bar, not directly in the middle, but along the slick parts of the bar, about shoulder width apart. Whenever we bend over, we want to grab our straps and just simply put our straps on the outside of our legs, kind of have a neutral stance, I like to say. Roll your shoulders back and engage the lat for more support of your back to help take the load off of your lower back, because the more we take the load off our lower back, the less injured or less pumped we get after a deadlift. And this is what's been helping me tremendously, is just rolling my shoulders back, keeping that engaged the entire time. And then bend your knees. Don't try to keep we'll say a straight back or a 90-degree back, is what I like to say. Like, don't bend straight over, bend down like you would like a regular squat, lift your chest up, and then you want to straighten out your lower back and keep that straight, because we do not want to hyperextend. And then once you take a deep breath, go up with it again, and then stand up with it, and just literally just stand up and don't hyperextend that, because we do not want to injure our lower back. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Hope it was a little an instructional video for you. This is my first instructional video, so it may be a little rough to watch, but we're going to get better with these as the time goes on. If you could, give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Give me any comments on how I can improve or things that I need to do to get better at this, because I'm going to start doing a little bit more of these videos on how to deadlift, how to bench press, and stuff like that. So if you did enjoy the video, give it a thumbs up. If you don't mind, hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell. That way it'll alert you whenever I post another video. And until next time, peace.